It's been going on for 11 years, but we still love each new season of Chicago Fire. During this journey, we've seen so many cast members leave and new ones join. Although this has changed the storyline a bit, we don't mind it at all. And that's probably because all the actors are amazing and have so much experience. In today's video, let's talk about where else we may have seen them. First off, we've got Jesse Spencer. Well, you probably already know this guy as Lieutenant Matthew Casey on Chicago Fire for 10 years. He also plays the same character on Chicago PD and Chicago Med. Even though this is one of the actor's most famous roles, he's also played other popular characters in TV shows. The first one was Billy Kennedy in Neighbours, an Australian soap opera where he played a role from 1994 to 2000, and did so again for a special and the show's final episode in 2022. Can you believe this guy was in a soap opera? Cause we definitely can't. In the TV show House, which starred Hugh Laurie, he played Robert Chase. Not just this, but he was also one of the few actors who played a role in the show from the beginning until the end. In fact, he's been in several movies too, some of which you may have already heard of, such as Uptown Girls, Winning London, and Swimming Upstream. Up next, we have Taylor Kinney. Who hasn't heard of Lieutenant Kelly Severide? Played by Taylor Kinney, we know his character not just by the show itself, but in fact, from all of the other shows in the franchise. Still, he was pretty well known before it as well, because he played Mason Lockwood in The Vampire Diaries and was the main character in the soap opera Fashion House. What's more is that he's also appeared as a guest star on shows like Shameless, Bones, and CSI NY. Kinney's career is mostly in TV, but you might know him from a few movies as well. For instance, there was The Other Woman, The Forest, and Here and Now, where he worked with Sarah Jessica Parker, Simon Baker, Common, and Renee Zellweger, among a few others. Other than that, we think some of you may also recognize him as arm candy for a pop star on the red carpet. After meeting Lady Gaga on the set of her mermaid-themed music video for You and I in 2011, the guy dated her for 5 years. But sadly, even though they'd gotten engaged, the couple later broke up, also breaking the hearts of thousands of their fans. Moving on to Kara Kilmer. Kara was best known for being herself on the short-lived Hulu reality show If I Can Dream before she was cast on Chicago Fire. The series was made by Simon Fuller, who also worked on American Idol. We remember how it was about 5 people who wanted to break into the entertainment business and lived in the Dream House, which had cameras set up so that anyone could watch online. The most important things that happened in their lives were shown in weekly episodes on Hulu, and a lot of us were encouraged to talk with the cast on MySpace and Twitter. After this show, which only ran for 1 season, the actress was in a few short films and episodes of other shows before she got her first big role as paramedic Sylvie Brett on Chicago Fire. Kilmer started appearing on this show in its 3rd season, and she still does. Also in 2015, she made her first full-length movie, Beyond the Mask, in which she starred with John Rhys Davies and Andrew Chaney, whom she later married. Not to mention Eamon Walker. In the 10th season of the show, Eamon Walker's character, Battalion Chief Wallace Bowden, was promoted to Deputy District Chief. This English actor has played some of the most different kinds of roles on TV, in movies, and on stage. It's sometimes funny to see him play so many different characters, but oh well, that's gotten him tons of fans from all over the US as well as the UK. The HBO show Oz, where he played Kareem Saad, and the BBC show In Sickness and in Health are 2 of his best known works. Even though most of his work is for TV, you might remember him from a few movies as well. There was Unbreakable, Lord of War, and The Company Men, which was a drama from 2010 that also starred Ben Affleck, Kevin Costner, Chris Cooper, and Tommy Lee Jones. Simply the fact that he's worked with such amazing cast members, we get why he's one of our favorite characters from the show. Now for David Eigenberg. Come on, who doesn't remember this guy? In the City ring any bells? David Eigenberg plays the role of senior firefighter Christopher Herman in the One Chicago series. But long before he was in this show, the actor was well known all over the world for his role in the super famous franchise in the City. The guy plays Steve Brady, who's in a relationship with Miranda Hobbs and ends up marrying her. Also, he was there in the original series, the 2021 revival, and Just Like That, as well as both of the franchise's movies, which dropped in 2008 and 2010. So if you're a fan of the franchise, then there's no way you would have missed this character. What's more is that he has mostly been in TV shows over the years. He's appeared in episodes of popular shows like Criminal Minds, Ghost Whisperer, and Law & Order Special Victims Unit, among others. In fact, in 2004, he even did the voice of Nermal in Garfield the Movie, which got bad reviews but did well at the box office. So this guy has done pretty much everything. Let's not forget to talk about Joe Manoso. Before he worked in TV and movies, actor Joe Manoso spent a lot of time playing different roles roles in plays. Eventually, he started to be in different TV shows like Prison Break, The Beast, Shameless, and Boss, where he played small roles. So far, the part of firefighter Joe Cruz in Chicago Fire and Chicago PD is the one we all love him for. In the first season of the show, he joined the cast, but he only showed up occasionally. He wasn't a part of the main cast of the show until the second season, and he's still there to this day. So far, the actor's only been in a few movies, but we feel like we should mention the particular one which stood out the most, Man of Steel, which starred Henry Cavill and came out in 2013. Coming up, we've got Christian Stolt. On Chicago Fire, Christian Stolt's journey was a lot like what Minoso went through. The actor joined the show early on, but his character, senior firefighter Randy Mooch McHolland, didn't become one of the main characters until the second season. He was known for a supporting role in the first 2 seasons of the TV show Prison Break. Still, this was a few years before he joined this franchise. In fact, there were a few movies that were some of his best known. There was Public Enemies, which he played with Johnny Depp. There was Were the World Mine with Jamie Foxx. And other than that, we also remember his role in the movie Law Abiding Citizen with Gerard Butler and Jamie Foxx, which was one of the best. Followed by Miranda Ray Mayo. Miranda Ray Mayo joined the cast of Chicago Fire as a new firefighter named Stella Kidd in season 4, which was a long time ago. In season 5, she was made a regular on the show, and she quickly became an important part of the Firehouse 51 crew. Although one of the best scenes which included her was in the last episode of season 9, when Severide finally asked Stella to be his wife. We remember how so many of us were overly joyous after that one. Not just this, but she also showed up in a few episodes of the TV shows Chicago Med and Chicago PD. Alongside that, you may also know her from a few other roles she played before joining the show. She was in 5 episodes of BET's The Game in 2013. She dated Shay Mitchell's character Emily on Pretty Little Liars, led the cast of the short-lived Blood and Oil, and even had an arc on the famous soap opera Days of Our Lives. The actress hasn't been in that many movies, but we remember her role in 2 horror films, Inside and The Girl in the Photographs. Next up, we have Alberto Rosende. In the 8th season of Chicago Fire, Alberto Rosende joined the cast to play Blake Gallo, who's still in the show to this day. This actor got his start in 2013 with the short film The Swing of Things. Since then, he's been in a few episodes of shows like Blue Bloods and Law & Order Special Victims Unit as a guest star. He got a role in 2016, and we remember how much he came into the eyes of the public after that. And most importantly, he played Simon Lewis, a good geeky vampire on the freeform cult hit Shadowhunters for 3 years. His character was a singer, so that meant that Rosende also sang on the show. Even though the show wasn't a huge hit, his performance helped it gain a group of passionate, dedicated fans. Finally, let's talk about Monica Raymond. Gabby Dawson, a paramedic, was one of the main characters in the first 6 seasons of Chicago Fire, but in the 7th and 8th seasons, they just turned her into one of the supporting characters. But either way, most of us know this actress solely because of the role she played in this show, because we loved her so much. She's also been in shows like Lie to Me and The Good Wife, which were both well liked by both critics and viewers. After playing Gabby in the One Chicago series, Raymond went on to star in Hightown, a crime drama series created by Rebecca Cutter that came out in 2020. In 2022, we heard that this show was picked up for a 3rd season, so we're super excited to see what goes on next. And on that note, it's a wrap for this video. What did you think about all these well-known actors whom you may have already seen before? Are there any that we missed? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one!